Good evening, Twitter. Round two. I wanted to talk about another topic that has been highlighting in our news for the last few days, and I didn't get a chance to get on sooner, but I wanted to talk about it now. And that is, in a nutshell, Fox News. And I was debating on how to do this because within that generalized topic, there's actually two different stories or two different subtopics or perspectives that I wanted to touch on. And I was like, should I do one and then the other? Should I combine them? And I didn't know how to approach it, but I think looking at it now, I think I'm going to do it all in one topic, all in one tweet. Hopefully that won't take too long. I'm going to try to make it as brief as I can. To start, it came out on the news that Rupert Murdoch, in statements in the court, said that a lot of the commentators and news hosts on Fox News knew the truth about the election and that there was no fraud, yet they continued to promote the lies, basically because there was money in it to be gained. Okay, so basically, in a nutshell, and this is all. It all started with the lawsuit that was filed by Dominion Voting against Fox News, and because this is in court, and Murdoch had to testify in defense of Fox News, I guess. Thing was, he disclosed basically that these commentators, these reporters, are basically lying to the American public. In a nutshell, and this includes Stu Dobbs, Tucker Carlson, Janine Pereiro, and others that were mentioned in this testimony. Now, clearly, this has really put some huge. It's struck huge blows against the credibility of one of America's, I want to say, greatest, if not prestigious, let's put it that way, news networks or news medias. This is the third, if not the biggest, scenario against the conservative news network, because we've already seen. Newsmax. We've already seen OAN fall. And even though those two were a little bit different because it wasn't really because of what they were reporting, in a sense, like in the case of Newsmax TV, from everything that's been said, they wanted some extra fees called carriage fees to be paid by DirecTV. DirecTV said no, and because there was no agreement, they were not able to renew the contract and not keep Newsmax on the air. Well, conservatives said no. Basically, Newsmax is being censored. That's it, but that's not the case. All right, it's a case of money talks, others walk. That's what it comes down to. But with Fox News, it's different because of the fact that this is all stemming from a lawsuit filed against Fox News by Dominion Voting. So this is a different scenario than these other conservative news stations. Okay? So, hold on a second here. Alrighty. And so basically, on top of that, you've got Speaker of the House, Kevin McCarthy, who is basically, he's handed 42,000 hours, some people say 44,000 hours of January 6th footage to one of Fox News' top commentators, talk show host, Tucker Carlson. Not the wisest move, mind you, that I think Kevin McCarthy should have done, given the scenario that's beginning to evolve from this lawsuit against Fox News. So, in all honesty, I think all this is going to further damage the credibility of this news network. In my honest opinion, I think one of two things need to happen right now. Either Tucker Carlson, let me rephrase that, because there was an article, and I just remember now, that came out this afternoon saying that, because the thing was, everybody was talking that Tucker Carlson had the video footage. Tucker Carlson has the footage. He's going to jeopardize security. He's going to do this. And it wasn't until a couple hours ago that Speaker of the House, Kevin McCarthy, came out and said basically that, he has access to it. He's people are looking at it. They can look at it. They cannot record it. They can't do this. They can't do that. And whatever footage they want to air, we'll look at it and make sure there's no security issues before we give them a copy of it. So McCarthy is changing his game plan, and I think that's a good thing. But however, I think in the interest of security of the government and the interest of the public, after what's going on with Fox News right now, as I said, one or two things need to happen. Either McCarthy tells Tucker Carlson, we're going to have to put a hold on this, and withdraws that footage from Fox News access, or he's going to have to step up and say, okay, let's do this. Publicly say, all news medias have access to review the footage as well, and get all these news medias like ABC News, CBS News, NBC News, CNN, Reuters, Associated Press, get them all in on it so that there is basically a balanced reporting of all this footage, and then employ the process that he's using with Tucker Carlson, employ it to all these news medias, that they review it. They can't record it. They can't do it, because he needs to salvage. Because what's gonna happen if he's not careful is that his credibility as House Speaker is going to be damaged if this footage leaks out. If this footage ends up, stuff that shouldn't go out goes out, or if the reputation of Fox News goes so down that they can't recover, and God forbid the network goes off the air or they shut down or whatever, their credibility is gonna drop down to such a low point that, who knows, maybe even an investigation would evolve against the Speaker of the House. Does Kevin McCarthy want to jeopardize his political career for a stupid move in providing this footage to a news network that has such a shoddy credibility right now because of this lawsuit? It's not wise for him to let this continue. In all honesty, all he's doing is he's damaging his reputation. Tucker Carlson, it's to his interest to say, okay, we're going to pause this, we're going to back away because our credibility is on the line. Okay? Now, maybe Tucker Carlson is like, okay, if I can present this in an unbiased manner, I can maybe save the network's reputation. I don't see how. Too much has happened in the last 2 to 3 years to undo the damage that has already been done. You have the damage. You have the damage of the election. You have the damage because of all the reporting and all the news that they generated because of COVID. Okay, you've got those two things, and those are the main ones. I can go into some others, but those are the two main things. And the third one, how they're pushing Biden's credibility. Now, whether his credibility is good or bad in the public eye, that's a whole different ballgame. That's up to everybody's opinion. but the promotion of it on Fox News, that is going to really affect their reputation and credibility as well. You know, it's going to be sad to see how this turns out, because rumor has it that Dominion has a very strong chance of winning this lawsuit. What damage that will do to Fox News going forward is anybody's guess. I mean, I would hate to see Fox News go off the air or go bankrupt because of the results of this. Because you got to keep in mind, once the judgment is made, the jury has to, or the judge has to, determine the damages. And usually with damages, something of this category, you're more than likely going to look at maximum damages. What those are, only the judge knows at this point. If he were to entertain, if he were to rule in favor of Dominion, which more than likely that's what's going to happen, he would entertain the decision of what the damages are. If he were to award maximum damages, that may be the end of Fox News. And that would be the downfall of the third and final conservative news network as far as TV networks. You would only have Newsmax online. You would have OANN on there. And then there's another one, I don't remember the name of it, which is the candidate's choice. That are news streams on the web. You would not really have a strong conservative news network per se anymore. And it's going to be sad to see if that happen, if it does happen. And I mean, chances are relatively high that it will. All I can say is that going forward, our Congress needs to tread lightly when it comes to dealing, or actually all our governments in general, executive, legislative, judicial, on all levels, federal, state, local, they need to tread lightly when dealing with Fox News, dealing with this conservative news network. Why? Because of the tainted reputation they have right now at the moment, and the damage that can do to them and to those that associate with them. It's going to be a wait and see to see how this lawsuit turns out. And until then, I mean, we're just going to have to watch what the news says day by day. That's all I have for this topic. I'm going to take a break. I'll come back with my third and final topic here. It's going to be a local one here in my state of Texas. But I'll come back with my third and final topic, and then we'll end the series of 3 live tweets for this evening. Thank you.